Hey everybody. I got a box from my friend Laughing Man from Japan. And if you'd seen Kiwi Dude's earlier Japanese Self-Defense Force rations, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. You know, Type 1 rations, Type 2 rations, and the emergency rations. Well, there was something that Laughing Man wanted from the U.S. that I was able to arrange for him. And in return, he went ahead and sent me this stuff, and this stuff, and this stuff. And in fact, there's a little more. So I just don't have it displayed right now. So yeah, I figure like I've gotten one of these improved rations, and this is it's a different kind of a heater bag than the one that Kiwi Dude used. So got a couple of these, and this is actually the ration heater, the filaments that you use to heat the stuff up with. But I got that. This one is a Type 2 ration. I know it's kind of hard to see, but if you look on there, maybe not this glare, you can actually see the little 2 right there. And these are the Type 1 crackers, and I'm pretty sure that Kiwi Dude had them in his vid too, along with the Star Candies. So, and then I've got this one. So, and then of course I've got some, this is like orange sauce for the Type 1 ration. Now the Type 1 rations, I guess they're being phased out, or they're not really issued as much as they used to. And they were like all cans, kind of like Sea Rats. So they're starting to go to these because they're just lighter, I guess more portable and easier to dispose of. So let me figure out which one of these I'm going to go ahead and open, and be right back with you. Okay, going back through and looking at my form, or my little research guide, cheat sheet guide. The Type 1 rations were made of cans, and these are the new and improved Type 1 rations. And this is a Type 2, because again, if you can see the glare, that has a 2. So this ration is hamburger with a Hayashi sauce, something to that effect. This one is duck stew, and this one is like chicken with vegetables. I think I'm going to go ahead and check this one out, and you know, see what's inside. I've always been partial to duck, so why not? So let's go ahead and take a look inside of here. So again, it's got our nice trusty little pull tabs, and there's nothing else on it, and it is kind of hard to see you know, what exactly on the front. And like No East Too Far, I believe he just did one of these like last week, and there's like no English pretty much anywhere, which you wouldn't expect there to be in a Japanese ration. You'd expect it to be in Japanese. So standard foil bag to help keep everything safe and secure. Interesting color. Everybody else's that I've seen has been green. I've got like kind of brown. So, all right, make sure I got everything out of there. All right, outstanding. Okay, and I am assuming that this is the duck. I could be wrong. See if there is a date code on there. Right down there on the bottom. So it is still copacetic. We get 2 things of rice. So those will be tasty. And these almost feel like the same exact thing that you can get here in the States for microwavable rice. So I guess if you needed to, you didn't have to use a heater. You could just use a microwave for this stuff. And what do we have here? Well, this actually kind of feels like a patty, like a duck breast. Pretty small duck breast, but it might not be, but it could be. So maybe that's the duck and this is the stew. So, because it's supposed to be duck stew. So, yeah. And then we've got a little spork wrapped up. And you know, I'm always checking the durability of sporks and things. This thing is pretty stiff. It's pretty durable. So this might go in the keep collection along with the ADF spoon and some of the other ones that I've saved along the way. So, yeah, this thing is tough. So, all right, let's go ahead and get that ration heater figured out and set aside. Oh, also, before we go ahead and go, I'll go ahead and use some of these Type 1 crackers along with some of this orange spread. I'm pretty sure maybe the orange spread is to put on the crackers. So at least that's how we'll go. We'll try it at first. All right. And before I go ahead and somebody asked me, you can see right on here, this is like 200 grams of rice. So in this ration, you actually get 400 grams of rice. And what is this? This is 70 grams. So this is most likely the duck. And the stew is 200 grams. So there we go. Oh, and the other thing, like I said, none of this is in English, and this is like the heater. And the only thing I see on here is, well, let me see if you can see it. It's 180 milliliters. So I'm assuming that that is the amount of water I'm supposed to put in this thing. So we'll either have a bathtub for this, or we'll have just enough to get this stuff heated up. Oh, and also he sent some of this, and I know I'm going to butcher the name, so go ahead and forgive me in advance. Like furikake. Furikake. It's like rice seasoning for, of course, the rice. And I've got one packet for each of them. Okay, now this heater. This heater, I don't know why it would have to be this long, especially when you think that this hole has to be up for the vent hole. So I don't know what all of this is for, but if you look at these directions, it says to like open it up like a paper bag kind of thing and to set your stuff up. And again, I'm assuming that this is like the heating element, or I don't know, maybe an entree or something. No, that's the heating element on the bottom. So you're supposed to open this up so it's nice and flat. And I'm going to attempt that because when I was looking at this thing, see if I can open up the stupid bag first. When I was looking at it, it doesn't kind of want to do that. So we'll get this sorted out, and we'll take a look at the heating element. And again, it's got a nice little pull tab right here. And simply, that's all it is. It's just got the filings in it, and it doesn't have G-Schultz in there, but it does say do not eat. So okay, let me go ahead and get this bag all together, do whatever, and be right back with you. Okay, this was kind of a chore to get this thing kind of flat, and I know it's covered with dog hair, but if you got Jack Russells, that's just the nature of the beast. They're going to, there they go again. As soon as I start talking, hold on 1 second. All right, got them quieted down. Let's go ahead and take this heat pack and place it right there on the bottom. So there we go. And we'll take, I'm only going to do one rice. So we'll take the rice and stick it in there. See, this bag is so incredibly tall. And what I do with the other stuff. And we'll take one of these, chuck it in there, stew, chuck it in there. So there you go. It's all kind of in there. And like I said, I believe it says 180 milliliter of water. So we'll, sorry you can't see this on camera because this bag is just incredibly too tall. Now it says to just leave it open. And I don't know how that's going to work out because this thing really doesn't want to stand on its own. So, and I know it's got these vent holes. So I'm going to just fold this over. Oh shit! Hear that? Sorry for swearing, but this thing is really rocking and rolling. And I'm going to use a binder clip and just go ahead and hold that shut. So, and I don't know how long this is going to take. Probably like 10 minutes or so. That's what I'm kind of guessing. So we'll just go ahead and set this aside. Okay, and we don't really have too much left to go ahead and show you, so I'm going to put this, what we would call this, furikake, something like that. Let's just set that right there for our rice seasoning. And we'll take a look at the Type 1 crackers. And I'm going to be saving these, we'll open them from this side. I'm going to be saving these so I can do them with the other reviews, or at least send some to somebody I make a trade with, so they'll be able to sample some of these things. So here we go. Here's a little look at them. And some of that little star candy that I guess Crystal tried to break her poor little teeth on these. So we'll be cautious too, because you know old people, they got brittle teeth. So yeah, that was a joke. That was a joke. Okay, we also have this, it says orange spread. I'm believing it's for this, but I'm sure it has a lot of other uses. You might be able to use it on the rice, depending on if it's sweet or not. So, we'll set that right there. And again, we've got our killer spork. So figures, there's my dryer. So let me go take care of that. Okay, and what are we going to have to drink with this wonderful meal that is still heating up, and it is still steaming quite nicely. So got probably about another 5 minutes or so waiting on that to do its thing. So what to drink? What kind of beverage should we have? Well, I had a young gentleman from Mexico, Juan. He is 12 years old, and with the permission of his father, offered to send me something that he likes to drink. And it happened to be this. And you can see it is made in Mexico. So, man, it's an old school glass bottle. So if you lived in the country in the 70s in the U.S., you might be familiar with these. They're pretty much everywhere else. So I'm going to have a Coca-Cola with my Japanese dinner, or Japanese lunch, that is. So let's go ahead and give this thing a crack open. So Juan, thank you very much, my friend. I'm glad you like the videos. Coke and a smile. Thanks, buddy. Alright, it's got another few minutes to go, and we'll start plating the rest of this stuff up. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes or so. I believe this is probably heated up sufficiently. So let's go ahead and try to fish this stuff out of here. And well, maybe it's still got a little while to go. So maybe we'll just give this another couple minutes just to make sure that it's extra nice and warm for us. Okay, let's go ahead and do take two. It is a chore to get this stuff out of this bag. Well, it's a chore to just look in and find the stuff. But this stuff is pretty toasty, and it is still steaming right well. And we'll give this a little wipe off. Oh man, it's hot. I still don't think it's as hot as that Korean ration. That ration thing, man, was brutal. But yeah, this stuff is really really hot. So maybe the Koreans and the Japanese cornered the market. And for those of you that said that that Korean ration might have weighed a little much, well, then this would be easy for you to carry and easy to transport. So there you go. So let's go ahead and get this stuff on the tray so we can give it a try. So we'll go ahead, we'll try this little tab first. The last few vids that I watched in my research made it kind of look like it was sort of a challenge to do. And I think they're right. You wouldn't think that, maybe they put these on with super glue. So, alright, there we go. Oogly moogly. Just trying not to pour this stuff all over everywhere. So, it's just white rice, and from watching Kiwi Dude and No East Too Far, it's like sticky white rice. So get all of that yummy goodness out of here, because it's about to be in our insides. So there we go. And how about, I'm going to transfer this over here, because we're going to go ahead and pour the stew into this bag, because I'm sure it goes on top of the rice and everything, but I just want to be able to sample things individually. So there you go. That says stew, but it's like more of like a vegetable soup, and you can see some noodles in there too. Oh wow, that's, oh man. So there we go. Man, we've got dogs barking, train whistles blowing, laundry dryers buzzing. So this is quite an entertaining video. And here we go. We've got some, this is the duck. So, you know what? I'm probably going to put the duck right here. Give that a chop. You know what? I'll just stick it right here in this little hole. And it might have said duck, but it doesn't, well, maybe it does smell like duck. Actually, it looks like fish, but I don't know. Let's investigate. Yeah, I think this is fish, because if that doesn't look like, let me get this over here so I don't get it. That looks like fish skin to me. So maybe I need to go back for kanji lessons, because that little cheat sheet lied to me. So, okay. I'm sure this sauce would have been great on top of that rice, and now I just kind of jacked it up. But it wouldn't be a Gundog video if there wasn't a few gaffes here and there. So, alright, right off the bat, we'll take this rice seasoning. And there are multiple types, and I really enjoyed watching Kiwi Dude. He poured all the different kinds of flavors in bags. And essentially, this is like seaweed and a little bit of seasoning, and like sesame seeds and stuff like that. Let me see if I can get you a look in there. And we'll pour it on one side of the rice, and I didn't use all of it. And we'll give you a little look at that. And I just spilled some of that juice everywhere, but that's okay. And we'll take a look. Well, we'll go ahead, we'll try the rice on its own, even though I've got some little things in here. So here we go. There's some white sticky rice. It actually tastes just kind of fine on its own. It's not like microwavable rice here in the States, like unflavored white rice. I don't know, it kind of just has a nice flavor on its own. And here's some with the little spice stuff. That just enhances the flavor so much. So yes, plain with stuff is always better, unless if it's bad tasting stuff. So, alright, let's look at the stew. The stew's got some potatoes, some carrots, broth. Looks like it's got some noodles. And yeah. So this might be a challenge. It even got a little bit of meat in there. So maybe that is, I don't know. Maybe that's the duck. Who knows? So there you go. Well, that's pretty good. And we'll try our mystery meat. Could be duck, could be fish. Actually, here's a little look at it. Well, I would say, I don't know. It says it's duck, but it's really flaky like fish. So I'm guessing that this is probably fish. So there you go, because I've never seen skin on a duck like that. It tastes real good though, so good on them for that. But I might just be like one congee letter off, or two congee letters, or three. Doesn't really matter. This is a taste test review, so it tastes good, bottom line. And we'll try a little Juan's Coca-Cola to help cleanse the palate. And let's go ahead, let's take a look at one of these Type 1 biscuits. They're like Kanpan crackers. So it's got, looks like it's got little sesame seeds in it. And here you go, here's a look on the inside. It's kind of tastes like a crouton. It's not like a saltine, it's not like anything like that. The sesame or whatever else is in here really has a nice flavor. But let's do something that I'm notorious for. Let's throw it in the broth. We'll even bust up another one and chuck it in there. You see they break pretty easy, crumble pretty good. So that will be good. And we'll even try some in the fish duck broth, whatever it might be. And let's give this orange sauce a try. And it's like, I would say it's like orange sauce like on, I think this is what you use it for. So if it's not, you know, what you're going to do. But here's a little look at the orange sauce. Orange spread, I believe it is. Orange spread. I would definitely say this is pretty sweet, so I'm pretty sure I probably wouldn't be putting it on my rice, even though I might, because this is a review. So I'm pretty sure that that is for the crackers. Matter of fact, I'm 100% guaranteed it's probably just for the crackers. Well, let's go ahead. We'll take a sliver of this fish duck, and we'll use some white rice. And then, because this has been soaking in here now, I'm sure this is going to be pretty good. There's the broth in that cracker. And that's still got that really nice kind of a bite to it too. So that was good. Take a little bit of our rice and stuff, grab a potato, maybe if we can grab it, and we'll give this one a try. Okay, and just so we say that we can try this stuff out too, see if it looks any different than that kind. It has a little leaf on it, so maybe this is like a spring flavor. It does smell different. It kind of looks the same, but this stuff has green in it. So, yeah, where this one is more red. Imagine that. And we'll give this a little mix. Come on, you. Stop fighting me. This is really flavorful. I like this one. Probably slightly more than this, but good stuff. Okay, now the dreaded star candy. I don't know why it should be dreaded. I just was watching Crystal Crystal eating it and was enjoying her reactions to it. And what did I do with my little knife? So again, I'm going to be careful opening this up because I might be sending some of these to, who knows, maybe you, if you're interested in doing a ration exchange. So there is some of the Star Candy. And it is definitely dense, so it's just like really compressed sugar. You can tell. So let's go ahead and give it a try. It's actually not too bad. That first little bite, and then it breaks apart, crumbles apart, and then turns into sugar in your mouth, and you're good to go. So, well, I think that is probably all I've got to show you with this. So, yeah. Okay, everybody. So this was the new style Type 1 ration. Duck or fish, whichever one. I think that says duck. But, yes, this was the Type 1 ration from the Japanese Self-Defense Forces. I think they've upped their game. I've never had one before, but I was always saying, like, I kind of like the IRP was kind of like the king of the hill. This stuff is really, really tasty. So, Takashi, my friend, you might be getting some more emails from me in the future to send me some stuff for exchanges. So, yeah. So, outstanding stuff. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.